Good afternoon, everybody. Warm welcome for all of you. So today I am going to tell you a little bit information about the body fluids and circulation. Body fluids and circulation. So see here, this chapter belongs to the NCERT. Had a certain importance about the DD examination, and this chapter includes the different types of the topics or the sections, small little bit, but I am not going to tell all the details. So the central idea of this chapter concerned with the internal structure of human heart, as well as the conducting system of human heart. So this is the pumping organ. Which is you heard in our body, and that had been located in between the two lungs. That is little bit tilted. So you must have to know the ventral view of human heart as well as the dorsal view of the human heart. In case of the human being, close the circulatory system is present, and that had been discovered by the William Harvey. So such type of primary information you must have to know. So see here, this is the muscular hollow pumping organ responsible for, this is the muscular hollow pumping organ mainly responsible for the pressure gradient mechanism, and this pressure gradient mechanism can cause the blood supply in the entire body. So already it is known for you why blood supply had been happen in our body, because each and every living cell retains the nutrients as well as the O2, so that can goes up to the each and every living cell via the blood. Again, the metabolic waste as well as the impure blood, it means the blood with more CO2 and the less oxygen or without oxygen, that is the impure blood that come back via the circulatory system, and that is sent by heart to the lungs. So this is the organ concerned with the double circulation. In man, double circulation, it means already it is known for you that the heart can cause the pulmonary circulation as well as the systematic circulation as well as the coronary circulation. So what is meant by pulmonary circulation? This heart can send the blood to the lungs for purification or oxygenation, and then the purified blood comes into the heart and then supplied to the entire body. So the flow of blood from heart to the different parts of body and back to the heart, that is the systematic circulation. Then flow of blood from heart to the lungs for purification or oxygenation, that is the pulmonary circulation. And for its own purpose, it means the heart made up or built up from the specialized muscles called as the cardiac muscles or the heart muscles. They differ from the skeletal muscles and the smooth muscles. So the heart muscles or the cardiac muscle, they have its own supply via the coronary arteries as well as in the reback of that supply with the coronary veins. So that is the coronary circulation. It means this organ can exhibit the pulmonary circulation on one side, then the systematic circulation on one side, and the coronary circulation for itself. So this organ had a specific significance in this chapter, and I am going to tell you the internal structure of the heart. So see here, this heart possesses or having the four chambers. These are the two, upper, smaller and blood receiving chambers, that referred out term as atria. Then these are the lower bigger. These are the lower bigger and blood distributing chambers. They referred out term as ventricles. So the heart possesses or having the two atria, upper two atria as well as the lower two ventricles. Then see here, internally, whenever you check out the internally for this heart, this is the right side of the heart and this is the left side of heart. Here my heart is located in between the lungs, so this is the left side and this is the right side. In the same manner, you have to consider here. So accordingly, this is the left side of the heart and this is the right side of the heart. So right side of the heart had been concerned with the impure blood, minus O2. Minus O2 means impure blood or deoxygenated blood. And this is the left side of the heart left side of the heart, and this had been concerned with the pure or oxidated blood. This plus O2 means pure blood or oxidated blood, and that's why indicated here with the red ink, and this is with the black ink. So this region, this left side concerned with the pure blood, and this concerned with the impure blood. So see here what happens, the heart activity, this heart can exhibit the cardiac cycle, with a certain period of time. So that cardiac cycle means the sequence of event that can cause the heartbeat, So heartbeat, that is the functioning of heart, So it is known for us that each heartbeat completed just within a 0.8 second. So how it happened, we want to see that. See here, the heart wall that mainly made up from the heart muscles or cardiac muscles. Again, the heart wall is also provided with the modified nodal tissue. So that modified nodal tissue built up or establishes the conducting system of heart. So see here, this conducting system made up or built up from this is the sinoatrial node here. This is the sinoatrial node. This is the auriculoventricular AV node. You can say the AV node, atrioventricular node. Then this one is the bundle of His. Then these are the bundle branches. And then these are the Purkinje fibers. So the conducting system includes the study of sinoatrial node, then the atrioventricular node, then bundle of His, then bundle branches, and then the Purkinje fiber. And this conducting system, as well as the cardiac muscles, those present in the wall of heart, they mainly responsible for the structural and functional establishment of heart. So see here what happens. This is the right atrium and this is the left atrium. This is the right ventricle and this is the left ventricle. So when all the chambers are in relaxed condition, so that is the joint diastole. At that time what happens? The blood collected in both the atria. Blood from entire body collected into the both atria. So here this right atrium receives the blood from inferior vena cava. This is the inferior vena cava and this is the superior vena cava. Again here nearby this AV node, coronary sinus is there. So the right atrium receives the blood. Where from? From the lower part of body via the inferior vena cava, from the upper part of body via the superior vena cava, and from the heart itself via the coronary sinus. So this right atrium had three sources to receive the deoxygenated blood. At the same time what happens? This left atrium receive the pure or oxygenated blood. So these are the pulmonary veins. These two pulmonary veins come from the left lung, and these two pulmonary veins come from the right lung. So these are the four pulmonary veins. Those poor blood or deposited blood were in the left atrium. So when both the atria fill, then what happens? Here the action, this heart exhibit another event. What is the joint diastole? Joint diastole means when the four chambers are in relaxed condition. At that time, blood has been collected, impure blood here in the right atrium and pure blood here in the left atrium by this way. Then what happens here? Here this is the sinoatrial node which is lodged nearby of the opening of this superior vena cava. So this sinoatrial node, this is the modified nodal tissue, and this modified nodal tissue responsible for the generation of electrical signal. So how it happened, and that is the most important event here for the working of heart. So what happened here? See here, this sinoatrial node and here the muscles of the wall of heart, muscles of the wall of heart. In between these two tissue, because this tissue is a modified nodal tissue and heart wall. In between that two tissue, ion exchange mechanism takes place. Ion exchange mechanism takes place. So that ion exchange mechanism generate the action potential, and that action potential leads to the generation of the electrical signals. That electrical signals means that is the impulse. So impulse generated here, that impulse is also known as the electrochemical change. In this way, wave of contractions had been initiated by the sinoatrial node. That is the main event here. Because of that, what happens? Both atria can get contracted. Both the atria simultaneously exhibit the contraction, because the impulse spread across the wall of atria, and as a result the contraction takes place. Because of that, here this right atrium open into the right ventricle. Here an opening is present, and this is known as right atrioventricular opening, and this opening guarded by a tricuspid hall. This opening had been guarded here by a tricuspid hall. It means here this VALV hall means this hall possess or having the three cusps or the three flaps. Hence the name, that is tricuspid hall. Here also the bicuspid hall is there. This is known as mitral hall. So this mitral hall as well as tricuspid hall both open in unidirectional manner. It means this wall evolved here in such a way that they can permit the flow of blood only from this left atrium into the left ventricle. Here also from this chamber into this chamber, and the blood flow back prevented. Blood flow back to this chamber had been prevented here. So such type of arrangement come to the eyes here. Here this flap tight on this wall interiorly. Here these are the fibers that are known as the chordae tendineae. Then papillary muscles are there, and like these papillary muscles. So such type of attachment is there, and this mitral hall, bicuspid hall, as well as this is the tricuspid hall, and both can open in unidirectional manner. When this both atria contract, that is called the atrial systole. That event is known as the atrial systole. So atrial systole, because of the atrial systole, what happens? Blood from the respective chamber comes down in these respective chambers. It means blood from the atria runs into the ventricles. Then, so this event, atrial systole, this event happen, atrial systole events happen, this event lasts only for the 0.1 second. Atrial systole, this event lasts only just within a 0.1 second. Then after that, see here, what happens? Both the ventricle receive the blood after the atrial systole, and then both the ventricles undergo contraction simultaneously. As a result, what happens? See here, blood from this left ventricle pumped into the systematic arc. This is the systematic arc. This systematic arc is also known as the aortic arc. From this backside of this heart that goes down. So these are the three branches of the blood vessel that goes up to the head for the upper region of the body. At the bottom of this systemic arc or aortic arc, semilunar hall is present. This hall is also known as the aortic hall. This semilunar hall is also known as the aortic hall. Here again, at the bottom of this is the pulmonary trunk. And this pulmonary trunk bifurcated to form the left pulmonary artery, and here right pulmonary artery. So what happens when after the atrial systole, ventricular systole happen. So this is the second event here, that is the ventricular systole, and this lasts just within the 0.3 second. As a result, what happens? When ventricular contraction takes place, then this bicuspid hole and tricuspid hole shut up. They can get closed, and produces the one sound, and that is known as love. That sound is known as the love. So that is the first sound in the cardiac cycle, in the heartbeat. That is the first sound. That is the love. When both these holes can get closed to prevent the backflow of blood, then the blood from this chamber as well as this chamber, from this chamber that enters into the aortic arc, and from this chamber that enters into the pulmonary trunk. Here again, these semilunar holes, they are also the unidirectional. And this wall as well as this wall opens in this direction, and then after that what happens? Then this ventricular relaxation takes place. So that is the third event, and that is the joint diastole, and that lasts just within the 0.4 second. It means when the joint diastole takes place, at that time this semilunar hole, this is the aortic hole, and this is the pulmonic hole. So both can get shut up, both can get closed to prevent the backflow of blood. So such type of arrangement is there, and in this way, this cardiac cycle associated with the three events, that is the atrial systole, which lasts just within the 0.1 second, then the ventricular systole, which lasts just within the 0.3 second, and then the joint diastole, which lasts just within the 0.4 second. So these are the three events. That is the working of heart. When by this aortic arc, blood has been supplied to each and every living cell of the body. So that reaches up to the cells where from blood nutrients as well as O2 supplied to the each living cell for the cellular respiration, where the oxidative phosphorylation takes place. ATP molecules produced, energy generated, utilized for the working of cell. Then the metabolic waste synthesized. Again the blood come back via the veins. So in this way the systematic circulation takes place on one side. So the blood flow how managed from left atrium to the left ventricle, from left ventricle to the entire body via the systematic arc or the aortic arc. So this is the one type of pumping. Because human heart referred as a double pumping organ, double circulation. This heart can exhibit the double circulation. So double circulation in man means what? From here blood comes, oxygenated or pure blood comes to here, then from here that reaches up to the each and every living cell. From each and every living cell, then blood comes and return back here as impure blood or deficient blood, that is into the right atrium. So this is one circulation, that is the systematic circulation. Again, the pulmonary circulation is what? From right atrium impure blood reaches to this right ventricle, from right ventricle via the pulmonary tract reaches to the respective lungs, and from respective lungs that return back to the left atrium. So this is the pulmonary circulation. So this type of the double circulation had been exhibited by the human heart. So this is the internal structure. Again, what you need to know, you must have to know that this sinoatrial node. So this working how happened? See here. So already you people know that in Theon in 1903 discovered this electrocardiography technique, and this ECG technique provide for us the one strip, that is the heart of human being performing the proper work or not, to check out that. It means for the diagnosis of the any malfunctioning of the heart or any improper function of the heart, the device which is used, that is the ECG. The doctor asked for us to do the ECG. Accordingly the technician are in the ECG, and that is the graphic representation where. So this type of indication is there. So already people know that this is the y-axis and this is the x-axis. So y-axis indicate the time period of the corresponding events, and the x-axis against this on the graph. This indicate for us the voltage. So see here, what happens? This is the P wave, and this is the QRS complex, and then this is the T wave. So it is known for you that you must have to know what is meant by segment and the interval. So see here, this is the from this point to this point. This is the PR segment. This is the PR segment. Again, this here. This one is the. This is the ST segment. This is the ST segment. Then see here. This one is the. This one is the PR interval, and then from here up to the here, this is the QT interval, and then this is from this point up to this point. This is the QRS complex. So what type of knowledge you must have to know about this? What P wave indicate for us? This wave indicate for us the atrial depolarization, and this QRS complex what indicate for us? This QRS complex indicate for us the ventricular depolarization, and then next, tell me, this T wave what indicate for us? This T wave indicate the ventricular repolarization. It means each depolarization had been followed by the repolarization. When the atrial systole means atrial depolarization. After atrial depolarization, here the atrial repolarization is also, atrial relaxation is also there. So that is at the time of joint diastole. Then again, so this type of graphic representation where the ridges and the furrows are there. So this is one furrow, then again this is also the furrow. So ridges and furrow indication on the graphic representation in the form of strip. So that is the analysis of the heart functioning, and that can provided for you by the doctor via the ECG. So you must have to know the information related to the ECG, then the internal structure of the human heart, again the working of the human heart via the conducting system, and here this conducting system includes the study of sinoatrial node. This sinoatrial node is also act as a pacemaker, also referred out term as a pacemaker. Why? Because this is the speed regulator of the heart. If someone have any problem related to this, then the artificial pacemaker had been fitted in the heart wall of that person or that individual, which is provided with the nickel and cadmium battery. That can provide a relief for that heart patient up to the certain limit. Then here this sinoatrial node, the interaction between the sinoatrial node and the cardiac muscle of the heart interaction, that is the ion action mechanism, can cause the generation of the action potential. That action potential leads to the formation of the impulse or the formation of the electrochemical chain. They can spread across the wall of the atria. Then from wall of the atria, here internodal pathway is there. So the impulses can be transmitted from sinoatrial node to the atrioventricular node. From atrioventricular node, impulses transmitted to the bundle of his. From bundle of his, they can pass across the this bundle branches, and then through the Purkinje fibers. So this is the little bit story in regard of the internal structure of heart as well as the working of the heart. Then the working of heart can be noticed with the help of ECG. Then again the many other information is there in this chapter. That is the how blood groups have been formed, the AB blood grouping system, RH factor, erythropoiesis, as well as the other information related to the blood cells, plasma, blood cells, the three types of the blood cells there, then the clotting of blood, then the cascade events related to the clotting of blood, then again the ventral view, then the dorsal view of the heart, then the wall of heart that is made up from the pericardium, then the myocardium, then the endocardium. So many other basic informations are there. Then the blood cells, arteries, veins, then the capillaries, then the scientific definition and the general definition of arteries and vein. The arteries means the blood vessels, those can carry the blood away from heart, they are referred out as arteries, and the blood vessels, those can carry the blood towards the heart, referred as vein. So pulmonary veins, the exception of them, then the pulmonary trunk and the pulmonary arteries, the exception of them for the definition of the arteries and veins in the body. Then such type of other information. Then again the disorders related to the heart, then the role of the sympathetic component, parasympathetic component in the regulation of the cardiac activity. So other type of in the disorders, that is hypertension versus hypotension. Then again that is the coronary artery diseases, specifically the atherosclerosis, then the chest pain, that is the angina pectoris, and again that is heart failure. So such type of information you must have to know about this body fluids and the circulation. Again the lymphatic system, the components of the lymphatic system. So blood composition, lymph composition, and then here the importance of the two scientists related to this chapter, that is the William Harvey contribution as well as the Intheon contribution. And such type of story, whenever you know in detail, then it is possible for you to resolve any type of the difficult MCQs whenever provided for you people by the that NTA. So don't forget to, whenever you feel this discussion as a nice, don't forget to do the like as well as try to share this information with your friends and relatives, and then subscribe the channel. So go on youtube.com Mahadev Munde channel, then different types of videos provided by me as a quick recap. So this is also the quick recap for the chapter body fluids and circulation. So thank you for all of you to listen me.